folks. We have got to pack up the rest of our stuff. I've got to take and I have got to build a rack. I brought some lumber back from the homestead. Got to build a rack on this trailer to house these. We have two of them, and they won't let you fill them if they are laying down, so they have to be stand up. So I've got to build a rack for that. And George gave him a couple bikes here. He is going to be moving into town. He transferred to a different location for his work, so he's going to be riding this bike to work, and the tire's flat on it. So me and him got to take and patch the tube, get that working for him, and then move the rest of his stuff, excuse the wind, back into town. We're going to get with it. So I just got to build a temporary mount for a temporary rack here that I can put those 100-pound tanks against. So I'm going to drill through here. It's just going to be temporary. I'm going to take it back off. So I think kind of wanted it over here. I guess I could put it like that. Level that up with it. That might be the best thing. Here's those chairs Polly bought. See if I can get a couple screws in this here. Should work pretty good. Back when we were running our own company, I gave up on Phillips heads. All I use now are torque heads. They're the best screw there is, more grip. You can use the square heads, you can use the I get there 5-point, but these are the best. You don't ever strip them out, hardly ever, unless you got the wrong tip. And you got to pre-drill this 5/4 board. If you don't, it will split out on you. One of the things that you can do when you build something is you can always modify it. If you're the builder, if you're the maker, you don't have to worry about, well, if I take it apart, it might fail. I built it. I know what's in it. You buy something off the shelf, you take it apart, you may not know exactly what's in it or how it's put together. until I can get that other closure on there. Yo. Now I'm going to measure my tank. See how tall it is. About 41 inches. So now I've got to take and figure out how high I want my rail in order to strap these two. I don't need to go the full 42 inches. I could probably get by with 3 feet. So I think I'm going to mark it at 3 feet. That's going to be my rail that comes across here. And then I've got to put 2 down this side to brace it. I'm going to do about 36 inches. That's going to be my rail that goes across here to strap my tanks to. So this board was this long, and I'm going to use it as a template. I'm going to mark my angle right here, and then I'll use it on the other 2x4 for the other side. I'm going to cut this one first and cut the angles. Unless you have a miter box with a handsaw, it's kind of hard. I do have a miter box down at the Homestead, just don't have it with me. So I'm going to cut this. We've got stuff everywhere. I'm just going to cut this by hand. But I will take and I'll show you a really cool way to try and keep your line straight while you're cutting an angle without a miter box. Okay guys, so what I got here, I got my angle cut. I've got another 2x4 on top of my angle, and then I've got this clamp on it, and it's got it clamped down. Now if you didn't have a clamp, you could run a screw in here. A couple of screws wouldn't hurt, so it doesn't move. These Irwin quick grips are pretty nice. This is a really inexpensive way to save you time and frustration. So if you clamp it right there on that angle, and then use this board here as a guide, then you can just about assured that you're going to have a somewhat smooth angle cut on this 2x4. So I'm going to go grab my saw and get this one cut. So I want to use as much of this 2x4, not just the side of it, because you really don't have a whole lot. I want to use as much of it as I can. So I'm going to bring my saw way low to get as much surface as I can. Another key to using a handsaw, a lot of people get into a hurry and try to cut real fast. Good, strong, down strokes is where you're cutting the most. good smooth angle cut without a miter box. As you can see, got a good smooth angle cut. Now I'm going to use this one for my template for this one, and then we'll install them. Trailer Like God works. This is my best end, but it's split. That side down there's got a hard, crooked end in it. I think I'll go ahead and use this end. I hate to cut two ends off of it, but I might just do that. I'm going to use this board here for my guide. I'll screw this end back down here. And make my cut. Old brashy wood. Now we got 2 angles. Here's where our brace is going to be. And maybe pitch a little far forward. There you go. George is over here working on his bicycle tire. May hear their compressor. The more I work on this rack, I kind of like the way it looks. Are you airing the tire up?
No.
The tube? I had to help George with his bicycle inner tube. angle was just a little bit off because I had it up higher. I could have run it up on higher and leveled it out, but I really wasn't interested in that. Or I could have brought the bottom down. It's not square and it's not correct, but it's together and it will hold the bottles. Things kind of shifted around, so it's not exactly square with everything. It'll be all right. A little bit of opposing force ain't bad for anything. Gotta do the other side. Now, screws are sticking over in the back. What I've been doing is just bending them one way. Bend them enough till they break. There's my little propane bottle rack. I don't know if my water tank would fit in there between it. I'd almost leave it because it come in handy for hauling taller stuff. That's gonna do it for now. Got this rack built, just something to hold the propane bottles so they'll fill them for us. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. The old notification bell if you want to take and you want to come on this journey with us. We're 2 years into it and it's just begun. So we'll see you down the road.